Okay, I need some opinions, but you got to really think about it. In this video, I went to Courthouse. I got Zach with me, and I got Andy with me, obviously, and we're just skating, dorking around. There's another video that we filmed this day that's about something completely separate, but we also just ended up sessioning the ledges, and by we, I mean them. I was completely tired. We went and skated Stoner earlier in the day, and I just wasn't really feeling too good, so I just filmed all day, which is fine. But the question is, I know a lot of diehard Andy fans are like, oh, obviously it's Andy, like right out the gate. But I need you to really stop and think, like, how are you grading this? How are you really thinking about this? And I also know there's some Andy haters that are like, oh, obviously Zach, because Andy doesn't do like tricks X, Y, and Z. So the way I would maybe have you think about it is who could learn, or like who could do the other person's tricks easier? Who could learn the way the other person skates faster? Things to take into consideration. Andy can kickflip back tail, and Zach can frontside half cap back over hook in transition. Zach can switch back tail in transition. Andy can do the straight 8. Like, I know he's not super well known for being able to skate switch, but he dabbles. He even does a little bit of a switch and nollie in this video. In fact, the video starts off with him talking a little bit about a nollie technique that he uses. Neither of them were aware that this is what the video is going to be about. In fact, neither was I until I was like editing it, and I was just like, oh, they're just like having a natural session. You watch them warm up together, you watch them play around, they learn some tricks, they do some of their go-tos, and neither of them were like gunning to like skate harder than the other person. This is just like a normal actual session between them. Don't get me wrong, skating's really good and they try some stuff, but I think it's a decent gauge. Obviously, Zach's not going to go in the combi pool and get down in it. And obviously, Andy Anderson's not going to do a 50-foot kickflip back tail, kickflip out. But I think that they have enough things that they skate in common to sort of draw your conclusion of like, who do you think could learn more of the other person's tricks? And I have my theory. And maybe I'll go into vivid detail about who I think is actually better between those two. Also my theory on who I think the best skater on Pauperos is. But that's another video for another time. Enjoy watching them just absolutely destroy this place. Really good skating. I want you to comment down below not only who you think, but I want you to give like a reason, like a legitimate reason why. I want to see some discussions. It's always interesting to think about like how skaters decide who they think is better than the other skater, because it's obviously so subjective. So yeah, you can even write how you think one skater is better than the other in general. You don't even have to compare these two. Anyways, that's the spiel. Here's the video. Here's that nollie. See how you should have nollied out of that one. Andy's warm-ups are funny.
That was crazy.
I like the 50-50 push because he like pushed.
He like forgot he was on a ledge.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I need more speed. That looked painful.
Oh!
Caught under the ledge?
Yeah, I got my Achilles under there. Wasn't expecting it to slide.
Zach was literally like, I'm not attributing anything to this video except for comic relief. Gets up, I was like, oh, go skate. He was like, okay, and then does a wheelie grind.
I'm not doing any real tricks the rest of the video.
Oh my god. He really isn't gonna do any real tricks for this whole video. Hell yeah. Wax build up. Oh, Andy with a front K? Who is he? The 180 switch crook made me so happy. Whoa! That backtail fakie was crazy. Oh, the toe side crook? I know this one was first try and it's so good.
You know what this one's called?
Do I know what it's called? Oh, so you were trying the Jeremy Ray frontside 180 wheelie grind. You could argue that it's a scoliosis grind going the wrong way, like frontside. And that's a sugar cane.
Okay, one more try. I don't know why I can do these.
Thank you for doing that. I was like, I want to see that to different grinds. You could go to Switch 5.0 for sure. So we're talking about making the perfect skate wax and how we could get George Powell to do it, and like just so he could feel the grind. What if we like wax a ledge? And Zach was like, yeah, we'll just put him in coffin and then push George down the ledge 50-50 on his back so he can feel the grind, and then he can know firsthand what the best wax is.
And if George is watching, this coffin is a trick, not like literally in a coffin.
Put him in a coffin.
No, it's like laying on your back on the skateboard so he can feel the grind, you know?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm so thankful it's not like a pro skater running our company who designs airplanes and freaking gnarly stuff.
Yeah, like an engineer, because I feel like a skater also would they would probably let their own preferences get in the way of what they build. Whereas like if you have someone who is an engineer and he listens to what skaters want to build,
Yeah.
not that he's never skated, obviously George used to skate, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like he has the fundamental understanding of skating, but he has a bunch of different skaters telling him what it should be instead of like his own personal preference of like, if I were to own a skate company, the boards would probably be terrible for everyone but me.
And like, how awful is it to think of a skater having to stop or slow down their career to focus on a company which really is like a child?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, now you got this. It's like, might as well just go get married and have kids and see what that does to your career. Like, it's gonna slow down your ability to travel.
Shout out married pro skaters out there. Your career is ass now.
It's not, dude. What do I say? I'm so hateable now.
No. He says, if I do this, you think it's fakey. No, I just think you don't know how to nollie into your grinds. That's what I think.
Dude, can I say something I learned the other day, which was so massive for all my nollie and switch stuff, is watching Thiago Lemos put all of his weight over his popping foot is freaking key. And like, at first, I was trying to put my center of balance over the popping foot. That's not it. Like, if this is all here and I'm balanced there, but this isn't there, there's no power. It has to be hips, it has to be like this spring over either this foot or this wheel. I'm not sure, but the margin's so small, just make a triangle. You know, that's your region. So if I'm trying to nollie stuff, if I'm like this, no power. If I'm like this, all power. Dude, that took me so many years to learn.
All power. You look like fucking Jim Halpert on that clip.
I'll be like this, right? And then when I would try to nollie, I'd be like this. And like, what's there?
I see what you're saying.
Nothing. But if I'm here, you know, it's like, and then Tiago does it where he bends and crouches and sits here. But if you watch Yuto, he'll be back here and then move forward into the pop.
Yeah, he's the Dwight Schrute to your Jim Halpert. That's what's going on here.
I like it.
I like it too.
So even switch crook, I'm like, I have to be like forward, but then I can't fucking pop.
Well, let me see a switch crook.
I can't do them well.
But you can do them.
I still gotta land a clean one of these.
So learn the backs or the front side version of that, the scoliosis grind. So back 180 fakie backsmith. Okay, they're actually going head to head in the wheelie grind off. The fact that he didn't lift up into the crook, he popped into it.
What you got?
Big fan.
Thank you, dude.
What do you got?
Willie Sugar King.
Yeah, do it. Andy's really arguing for the legitimacy of wheelie grinds. He's like, it's a real trick because it's a setup trick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to land that one because that one's actually kind of sick. I mean, it's real. You know, sometimes.
Manual kick with that doesn't count, does it?
I mean, I count it. Yeah, I wouldn't do it again. That's.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you're good. Nollie double tray?
Like nollie 360 double flip.
No more willies.
Do a switch tray. Oh, you are brave.
But now I know how to flip.
What was that? You're good. He hasn't done a trick yet in this line. Oh, there. Oh, go too soon. Can we talk about that front crook to not fakie, where he like went to fakie but then didn't? That's a crazy way to get out of that. Stop. You weren't trying that. You did not just do that. You did just do that.
Hey, how's that trick from earlier? Throwback.
Oh, me and that guy are gonna collide for sure.
He hasn't done a trick yet. Like you didn't land and landed so many tricks.
Talking shit.
Dude.
Not to laugh.
I'm sorry, did I make you fall?
I saw an Andy run where he just didn't do anything. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to do that.
You're like, I want a taste of that. That was sick. The kickflip front crook one ollie north is sick.
Don't do tricks, but it's like amazing.
Yeah. Andy's constantly trying to learn like some more of the mainstream tricks, and Zach learned every goofy flip trick you can possibly imagine for this Battle at the Barracks thing. Hopefully you get to see some of them, because like feather flips and stuff like that, like switch front foot, impossible 180s, every late flip you can imagine. Yeah, it just goes on and on. Anyways, yeah, let me know what you think.